Well, hi everybody. I'm coming to you from our Fox 10 studios, and I wanted to talk to you about the dispositions that I feel that I have that would make me a good teacher, and some of the other points here on one of our final assignments. And one of those dispositions that I feel strongly about is the one that where you have to believe that all students are capable of learning and to set realistic expectations. One thing that's bothered me about that question in particular on the survey when I did it this week was that if you don't really feel that all students can learn, one simple question I have for you is, why are you a teacher? And what kind of legacy do you hope to have as an educator, and what's your impact in education going to be if you don't feel that's the case? So that's one I feel strongly about. I also think that we should all be sensitive to individual learning elements and social needs and cultural backgrounds and things of that nature. It's easy for us to look back in our generation when we went to college. Some of us went to four-year colleges, and that was kind of the first time we experienced culture. And from there we started to learn and give appreciation as a result of that. And I think in our shrinking world with social media kind of reaching out to all of us and showing us that there are different ways that people grow up, it's proof that we all really come from somewhere else, and that we all need to kind of learn that at an earlier age. I think that's really an important thing to kind of take note, especially early on in our education system. I also think that educators should really recognize that, that they can reflect on their own experiences, about that they had before, and be able to combine that with life experiences. And one of the things that I can do is I can look back on a 15-year broadcasting career and be able to experience that and show that experience to students who have the aspiration to be, reporters. I can reflect on my own successes, but probably more importantly, it can reflect on my own failures. And I'm not just talking about the basics of who, what, when, and where, and why. I'm really more interested in just explaining the difficulty of the workload as a reporter, the expectations of success, the tightrope of the world of corporate consolidation. None of these things are in a textbook. And so for me as a journalism teacher, I can tell you about those kinds of experiences and be able to relay that, going forward, particularly in my career. Some of the dispositions that I feel like I need to work on as a first-year teacher before I enter the classroom: the idea that educators should promote social justice and equity and things of that nature. I think the one thing that I should note is that as a journalism teacher, I think these issues are important, but I've always been wired to kind of ignore all that so that I can give an objective view, an objective viewpoint on some of those issues. So it's not the arena that I'm used to, and the idea of remaining objective has always been at the forefront for me as a journalist. So that is something that would be hard to rewire, but something that I would have to work on going forward. The final question in this assignment asks what I think a professional educator looks like. How do they behave? What standards do they have to guide their thinking or their actions? I really think a professional educator is someone who's respected more than anything else, someone who commands the classroom, not so much through authority, but through presence. Someone who can inspire interaction and for the basis of learning. And those are the standards for me that would guide me to go forward and help me believe that all can learn, and all have the ability to relay the experience that I have and what I learned to it, so that they can learn it and share it with others going forward. I hope this was interesting for you to learn about me, and I look forward to hearing about other people as they are going through their dispositions and trying to evaluate where they think they're good and what they need to work on going forward, and what they think an educator looks like. Thank you.